Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all did not think that I could let this Christmas season pass without sharing some amazing cake recipes. Now in these videos, I'm going to be sharing very simple recipes with you all because I know it's very close to the holiday season, and for all of you out there who did not have a chance to soak any fruits or make any preparations for this, these are the recipes for you. I'm going to show you how to make this easy, beautiful, dense, and rich black cake slash fruit cake because I didn't make it super dark. And I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to put together. And you can start soaking the fruits tonight, and you can even make this tomorrow for your Christmas Eve to enjoy on Christmas Day. It'll be perfect. So I want to give a big shout out to an amazing company called Spice Wheel for sponsoring this video today. They sponsored me with all of the amazing spices to go ahead and put together this recipe. I just want to do a little quick unboxing with you to show you some of the things that they sent me. So in this little packet here, they sent me some measuring spoons, and these right here are of course perfect for your baking and measuring out all of your dried ingredients. When you purchase from them, you get a nice little card talking about their business and their QR code for their website as well as their Instagram. And I'll have those things linked right here on the screen, and I'll have them linked in the description box right below this video. You can see that it's a set of metal measuring spoons, and it comes with a leveler, so this way you can go ahead and scrape off any excess when you're measuring them. And they're magnetic in the middle so they all stay together and nothing gets lost. And this right here is their spice wheel. So what they do is they go ahead and put all of the spices in this beautiful stainless steel container, and it's nice and heavy, it's good quality, and all of the spices in there smell so fresh and they're packaged so well. You're going to see that when you open it, each one of the containers has a nice cover, so this way when you open the spices, nothing will fall out and make a mess in the dish. And this is so much better than some of the other brands that they sell. And so before I put together this recipe, I'm just going to unbox each one of the spices that I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to pour them into their respective containers. They even come with some stickers and they label it with what's inside of it, so this way you can go ahead and have everything organized and ready to go in your kitchen. Now they have so many different spice wheels to choose from on their website. They have an Indian spice wheel, they have a baking spice wheel like the one that you see here with all these sweet spices. They also have a Latin wheel, and they have so much more. So make sure you check out their website, check out their Instagram, and you can purchase from them. This is a great gift to buy around the holiday season for somebody's birthday or for anybody who loves to cook and bake at home. So I got all of my spices sorted out. So at this point, we're going to start to soak our fruits. So this is very simple, like I said before. I'm not using a whole set of different things either. I'm going to be going very simple today. So in a large bowl, you're going to want to go ahead and add in some raisins. These are regular dark raisins. And if you wanted to, you can use half raisins and half currants for this recipe. But I'm just going with raisins because this is the easiest to find, especially in a pinch. And on top of those raisins, I'm going to be going in with some dried prunes. And I'm also going to be going in with some maraschino cherries. These are the ones that come in the bottle with all of the juice. All I did was drain off all of the juice, and if you find the ones in the grocery store that are more candied and a little more dry, and once you get the cherries added in, that's all of your fruits right there. If you wanted to add in some mixed peel, you definitely could, but like I said, I'm doing it very simple today, and I'm going to go ahead and pour on some red wine. For this recipe, I'll leave all the ingredients and measurements linked in the description box right below the video. Once I get the wine put on top of the fruits, I'm also going to go in with a little bit of Jamaican spiced rum. You can use any kind of rum or alcohol of your choice. If you didn't want to add in this little bit of extra liquor at the end on top of the wine, you also do not have to. I just like to go in with it so it can add a little bit of a different flavor as well. So all I'm going to do is mix all of these ingredients together. Once everything is mixed, I'm going to go ahead and cover this, and I'm going to let this sit on my counter overnight. Now if you wanted to let it sit for about like 6 to 8 hours, like if you do this in the morning and then you want to grind it at night, you can do that as well, but I left it overnight and it worked out perfectly. So it's now the next day, and I already had my fruit soaking. They plumped up very well, and I went ahead and I ground them in my food processor and I got them nice and fine. You go ahead and grind it however you want to do it. So now I'm going to start working on making the actual cake. So in my bowl here, I'm going in with some of my all-purpose flour, and I'm also going to be adding in some baking powder. I like to mix all the dried ingredients and spices together because it makes it come together much easier in the end. And I'm using these amazing measuring spoons that I got from Spice Wheel. I really like them because they're heavy duty and they make measuring everything out very easy. So these are the spices that I'm going to be using today in the recipe, but if you wanted to omit anything or add anything different, you definitely could do that. So into the bowl, I'm going to be going in with some ground cloves. I'm also going to be going in with some ground cinnamon. And if you were my grandmother, she only uses cinnamon and nutmeg whenever she's making these cakes, but I like to add in these other spices as well. It really makes it taste great. And I'm also going to be going in with a little bit of ground allspice. I'm going to go in with some freshly grated nutmeg as well. And what I really like about this box is that the nutmeg was not grated already. They come fresh and they come whole, so this way you can grate as much or as little as you want. And lastly, I'm going to go in with a little bit of ground ginger. I'm just going to mix all of these dried ingredients very well until everything is combined, and then I'm going to start on the wet ingredients. So for any of my cake recipes, I love using a stand mixer just because it makes it easier. You can use a hand mixer as well, and you can even go old-fashioned and use a whisk or a wooden spoon, but I'm making it easy on myself today. So in my large stand mixer, I'm going to go ahead and add in some softened butter. Now you can use different things for this. If you wanted to use margarine, you could. If you wanted to use real stick butter, you could. And I'm using the golden cream Guyanese butter today. And I'm going to go in with my brown sugar right on top. Whenever I make fruitcake or black cake, I like using the brown sugar because it adds to the color. If I'm making a sponge cake is where I would use the white sugar. And I'm also going to be going in with my flavorings now. Whenever my grandmother bakes cake, she always mixes in the vanilla and all of the essences with the butter and the sugar because it really allows all of the flavors to start develop and it makes it taste better in the end. So I'm adding in some vanilla extract there, and I'm also going to be adding in some almond essence as well. And I'm just going to put this on and I'm going to cream it for a good 10 to 12 minutes until it's light, fluffy, and the sugar starts to dissolve. And every once in a while, you want to make sure you go ahead and scrape down the sides of the bowl so this way everything is well combined and nothing stays whole in there. So the butter and sugar has been beating for about a good 10 minutes at this point. It's light, it's fluffy, and the sugar started to dissolve. So at this point, I'm going to be adding in my eggs one by one until it's well combined. And the reason why you add your eggs in one by one is so this way it doesn't separate from the butter mixture. And while you're adding them in, you want to make sure you scrape down the sides of the bowl every once in a while, just so this way everything ends up being well combined in the end. And once all of the eggs are mixed in, you're going to go right in with those soaked fruits. Now, as you all can see, the fruits are moist, the fruits are nice and fine, and everything has gotten nice and plump and hydrated with that alcohol overnight. I just wanted to do it this way to show you guys that you do not need to soak your fruits for over a year. Now, once all of the fruits are mixed in very well, I have the mixer on a very low speed and I'm going to add in my dried ingredients gradually. I want to add it in until I finish all of it and until all of it is mixed in well together. And once all of the dried ingredients are mixed in, it's time to go in with some browning. Now, I made a homemade browning today. Now, the homemade browning I made is just some brown sugar and water that I use. But if you wanted to use a store-bought one, you could. And if you're making it at home, you can also use stout or Guinness instead of the water. And you can even use red wine. I've seen that before as well. Now for me, I'm showing you guys how my grandmother would make a fruitcake / black cake. She does not put in a lot of browning inside because she doesn't like when the cake is super black. So this is more of a fruitcake, but it has that same dense, rich flavor that a black cake would have without all of the browning. So if you wanted a true black cake, definitely add in a lot more browning than I did today, but this is going to work for me. It's going to be perfect. If you wanted to, you can also use a little bit of molasses to add some extra flavor to this recipe. And you're just going to make sure to clean down the sides of the bowl and give it one last mix. This way, if there's anything that wasn't mixed at the bottom, you can get it now. And at this point, I'm going to add the cake mixture into some greased and prepared pans. Now, I'm using an 8-inch circular dish today. And being that we added in all of those fruits, it's a lot of batter, so it's not all going to fit in this 8-inch pan. So what I did was I added some here, and then any excess, I went ahead and I put it in a little loaf pan so I could get a little mini cake at the end. If you wanted to go ahead and split it up between two smaller circular dishes or put it all in a big circular dish, you can go ahead and do it just depending on the amount of pans that you have. But I'm going to stick these in my oven. Now I had my oven preheating to 350 degrees, but once it got to 350, I lowered the heat to 325, and that's how I allowed the cakes to bake nice and slow, so this way they had enough time to properly cook. And I let these cook. The big one took about an hour to cook, and the smaller one took about 45 to 50 minutes to cook. When you stick a toothpick in and you take it out, it will be perfect. So my black cake or fruit cake came out of the oven. I went ahead and I brushed it with a little bit of brandy. You can do red wine, you can do rum, you can do anything on the top, just a little bit, or you can soak it down if you like it very wet. And I let it cool down, and at this point I'm slicing into it. As you all can see, it is such a rich and a dense fruitcake for this holiday season. You will not be disappointed with this recipe because it has all of the same flavors, all of the same methods as if you soaked your fruits for a whole year, but trust me, you didn't have to do all of that and it was super easy to put together. I want to go ahead and thank Spice Wheel once again for sponsoring this video with all of their amazing spices. Check out their website and their Instagram. I'll have it linked in the description box right below the video. Of course, if you enjoyed the recipe, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Of course, drop those comments down below and let me know if you try this quick and easy black cake or fruit cake recipe. Bye everyone.